since this past weekend. We've actually been going back and looking at the lineups that we've had and some of the work that we did prior to this past weekend. Obviously the results this past weekend were not what we wanted, but I think all the crews have come away learning a lot about themselves and what we need to work on. So we've had some lineup switches and we've been dealing with some injuries that I think we've actually have gotten over. So everybody's pretty excited about heading into California this weekend. This is a huge trip. Everybody's excited for a lot of reasons. I mean, we have not traveled out to California before to race, so that alone is just exciting. We had a couple of kids who are like, never been there, so they're excited. But I think more than that, it's the competition that we're going to face is the biggest thing. I mean, California, Brown, and Stanford all finished in the top 4 at NCAA's last year. You throw in Washington State, Wisconsin, Texas, like they're all top 20 programs. So this is going to be a really, really tough race, good race for us. We'll race 3 times we're out there, so we'll get several opportunities to see people. And I think if we're actually going to be fast this spring in Big Tens, we should see something happen this weekend as far as our performance. I think, well, it's kind of funny. I think a person who has been standing out a little bit is sophomore Grace Mendel. She stroked the boat in the fall, the varsity boat in the fall and early part of the spring. She was actually in the second varsity 8 this past week, and I think that switch that we had made from varsity to second varsity, was, I don't want to say a mistake, but I think she showed her value by really making a difference in the second varsity 8. So she's moved back into the varsity. I mean, she would probably stand out. I think the biggest thing as far as standouts is just, I'd say almost everybody on the team, because they have just really kept focused on what they have to do each day to work to get faster. There really hasn't been any drop-off, whether we've won a race or lost a race. It's just been this constant, okay, what's the next thing we have to do? So